What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Brennan. I'm BMax45, and today we're coming at you with another video. We have some box openings or unboxings of the new starter decks for the Digimon TCG. We have ST20, Protector of Light, and ST21, Hero of Hope. We finally got our starter decks. Took a little while. They were delayed here in Canada, and then it took a couple weeks for my store to get them just because of changes up at the Universal distribution plant where we get all our stuff for here in the Vancouver Island area. So a lot of change ups. We also going to have another video where we're going to go through the Tamer selection box, so that's coming up too, so stay tuned for that. We're going to start with these ones here, and we are going to have our deck profiles for BT21 go live real soon. Monday, I plan to have my first deck profile up. I've done a bit of testing here, and I'm really liking the decks, how they are right now, so I'm going to get into that and show you guys all what I'm enjoying about BT21, and we'll get through those, and we'll look towards EX9. We'll be doing some other videos in the future, as well as some more reviews. I'm trying to get through things like Daredevil and Andor, so I can do some reviews, some series reviews. But right now, we're going to get into it here. We are going to look at ST20 and 21, see if we get anything. Now, I've already opened 3 copies of these because I did get 4, so I could get the play sets of the Scramble cards, because you get a different Scramble alternate in each box. You get one red through purple. You get one art in this and a different art in this of the same 6 Scramble cards. So yeah, so we wanted a play set of those because we really like our collection and keeping them nice and pretty. So we got that, so we'll show you each of those. I haven't pulled any of the low pull rate Agumon or Gabumon, so these are our last chances. I haven't opened these yet, so let's get into it. And hey, if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to smash that like button, comment down below. We love to hear your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss a single minute of fun. All right, well, let's get into it here. I'll open up ST20 first. That is the Protector of Light. Try not to hit the thing. So we have playmat. You get a cool playmat here. We'll show it off here. So there's Agumon, and so you got the playmat there, and kind of instructions on how to play the game. So there's that as well. And then you get into the deck here, and so you take that sleeve off. I've never actually pulled a low pull rate from a starter deck, so that would actually be pretty cool. So you got your Koromon, your Biomon, Bertramon, first rare is Garudamon, Gatomon, your first super is Agumon, and then Tentomon, Kabuterimon, and Mega Kabuterimon, so you're getting all the adventure guys. And then you got your Agumon, so no low pull rate, unfortunately. So we didn't get that one there. I don't know where they'd be, if they'd be just with the Agumons and the Gabumons or not. The War Gray Ace. Then we got Tamers. You get 2 of the rare Tamer. And then your options, which I will tell you that the options you get and the Tamers are the only thing that don't come in the pre-release kits. So you can foil out the whole deck except for the options and the one Tamer that's not a rare. Okay, so that's the deck for ST21. And you can see here we have our red Scrambles, blue, and they all kind of focus on the adventure character that is in that deck. Plus then you get to black and purple, and that's just other things like focusing on, the movie enemy, which was Kiramon and Diaboromon, and then focusing on Wizardmon, who was a big part of the adventure series, him and Gatomon. So that's the Scramble alts. You know what? I'll put the Scramble alts out here so you can kind of compare them to the other ones when we put them out. There you go. Looks really nice. And then you just get cards that give you information on keywords and effects. Scapegoat, Iceclad, Evade, keyword text glossary. So that's kind of cool that they provide that for people. Yeah. And yeah, so that's it. So unfortunately, no no low pull rate Gabumons. The adventure deck is something really cool. You have certain cards in BT21 that are going to boost that. There's the new Tai Kamiya secret rare, as well as you have potential cards like the Garurumon, Weregarurumon, Greymon, and Metal Greymon cards, which are also for the adventure deck. So, you know, that gives you some steam there as well. So we got this here. We got the other deck here. And again, they do the same thing. They just, with the other, you know, it's actually funny. This is the exact same. You'd think it would be like pictures of the other decks, but it's the same. It's the same pictures for the instruction part. And then as for the mat here, we'll show you what the mat looks like. And it's cool. It's good. They didn't originally give like these paper mats in the first starter decks, so you kind of had to just play on whatever you could. So it's kind of nice doing that. It's kind of short though. You look at the security zone, it's like nothing. There's Gabumon and Metal Garurumon. So it's really kind of small. I didn't even know like the zone here. The zone here looks kind of smaller than the zone here is like smaller than the card. Oh no, same size, maybe not. It's just because I got such big zones on my mats. Okay, so we got that one there too. And then we'll get into the deck here. We'll take the seal off. And again, we'll look here. We got our Digi Eggs. Again, all of these ones you can get as pre-release stamped, which gives you a foil version. I managed to pick up some of mine. You got Gomamon, Ikakumon, Zudomon, Angemon. And then your first super is Magna Angemon. Get 2 of those. You get Palmon, Togemon, and Lilymon is a rare. Your first rare. Then Gabumon. Okay, so we didn't get any of the low pull rate ones, but Gabumon rare, and then you have your Metal Garurumon Ace, purple blue. Always love a good purple blue Garurumon card. And then these are the cards you cannot get as foils. Is the Jokido, and then of course the Matasheet is another rare. You only get 2 of those, and then you can't get the options as well. I believe in our friendship and Jenai's house as foil cards. And then we have, if we put those over there, let's put that, move that over a little bit. For him to have both decks in the shot. And then we have our red scramble with Biomon, blue scramble with Gabumon, Patamon on the yellow, green scramble, black scramble with the Numamon stuff, and Devimon purple scramble, which I really think is actually really cool. And then of course you get these cards again. So no low pull rate stuff, which is it. I don't know what the ratio is. Like I said, I've never pulled one of the low pull rate deck stuff. They're always loving their low pull rates. They're always trying to make people buy more and more and more, which is like you already have to buy 4. You should buy 2 because they would put they would just have one alt or one artwork of these in both the same in the decks. So then you wouldn't have to buy 4 copies of a deck to get a playset. You'd just buy 2 of each decks, and then you'd have 4 copies of all the cards you only get 2 of in the starter deck, and you'd have a playset of all the alternate arts promotional cards like the Scrambles. Now they're like, let's make people buy more. Let's put, you know, alternate arts in every single one because Bandai is just a greedy company. But profits, right? Profit. So I definitely think I like both of the reds. Of course, I like the Agumon better. Definitely like the Gabumon and the Patamon ones, I think the best. I think I probably like the Tentomon best, and not because of Tentomon, but because it has Wormmon in it. And I think I do like the Kiramon one, and then of course the Devimon one. I really like Devimon. I hope we have a day when we have a really cool Devimon, Devimon, whatever, you know, Dark Angel deck. I really would love that if they gave that line a lot of support. But we'll have to wait and see. EX9 seems like it's going to be a really weird set, so I don't know if that's going to change things or you know, lower interest in the game. And we have no idea. We have no idea about BT22. Really, we have no. I think it's called Cyber Eden, so I kind of feel like it might have something to do with the Cyber Sleuth stuff. which would be cool because it's been since BT5 since we got any of that Cyber Sleuth support. You know, when we got Nokia, and got a bunch of other guys from that set. So that would be really cool to get that again. And of course, EX9, like I said, it just seems kind of weird so far with the real reveals we got. Like, it's crazy now with global unification. We'd usually know what we were getting for BT22 by now, but we have no idea because everything's coming. Like, we're learning all this stuff like a month to a month and a half before the set comes out. So it's actually crazy to think about how much the game has changed from unification. So very interesting. And of course, we'll be doing this Tamer selection box next. So stay tuned, and stay tuned for Monday deck profiles coming. What do you guys think of the starter decks? Do you think they're worthwhile? Do you like the new Scramble alts? Do you think it's worth picking up a deck? I mean, I got them for, I think, for $20, so they're not too bad. And I did want, the adventure stuff because I eventually do want to play the adventure deck. So we'll have to wait and see how we feel about all this. But let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comments. Do you think it's worth picking these up or not? What do you think about the alts? Do you think that, they should do more with starter decks? Like, I'm tired of the low pull rates. I'd rather you give me a pack of BT21 and me potentially pull something really good or not in each starter deck like they used to do in, the first starter decks. Rather than be like, oh, there might be a small, tiny chance that you could pull this low pull rate and maybe sell it for like $100, $150. Nah, just give me something that maybe, I buy a couple of these decks, I open a pack, I might open an alt, might get me $20, I might pay for one of those decks. Do something like that, guys. Something I can, sink my teeth into, because this is not as, and honestly, these decks and honestly, these specific decks and any of the non-advanced decks really have not moved the needle in the game for a while. They have little batches of support that are good here or there, but none of them really move the needle. Not like Yu-Gi-Oh! Used to do with its starter decks. So really, I feel like they really need to put more effort into the starter decks when they do it. And I'm not talking about pre-release events for the starter decks so you can get foil cards. I'm not talking about low pull rates. I'm talking about actually thinking about the design elements of the cards. You should be able to get players intrigued in your game by making starter decks that can at least somewhat compete with the meta. And I don't know if this deck can really do that without a whole slew of other cards from other sets. But anyways, let me know your guys' thoughts down below. Looks like that's all the time we have for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in. We hope to see you in the next video. And as always, have a wonderful day. And that's all for now, folks.